What's up, everyone? This is Joe, and today we're doing another Masters of the Universe Origins unboxing. Today we'll be taking a look at Evil-Lyn, and she is one of the stalwarts of the collection, of the mythos. She's always around in every iteration. Evil-Lyn is one of the main people in this line, so you have to have her in your collection. Before we open this up, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you're in a position or would like to support further, go down in the description, check out my merch, maybe buy a t-shirt to help me keep this going. Otherwise, let's get down to brass tacks. Evil-Lyn Origins figure. Take a look at the card. We talked about it in other videos before, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on it. Classic Masters of the Universe card. New for 20 burst up in the top corner. Modern posing, retro play. We know what that means. Updated while keeping the original intact, but updated articulation. If we look at the back, we've got the Wave 1 checklist, all 6 figures. Shows how to fit the crystal ball wand in her hand. And of course, that sweet, sweet artwork along the top that you know I love. Really cool drawing of her here using her magic with holding her staff high. The caption is, Evil-Lyn wields frightening magic, making her both Skeletor's greatest ally and his worst enemy. Because as we all know, Evil-Lyn sometimes likes to be working behind the scenes for her own methods to maybe usurp Skeletor's role as leader of the Evil Warriors. So, now it's time to open this up. We've checked out the package. It looks good. We like it. Let's open it up. Okay. We've got our Beast Barrage comic, the same comic that comes with every figure in the first wave. We've got her weapon, which is her magic staff with the crystal ball up top. Alright, so at first glance, I think it's pretty good. She has a lot of deco on her bodysuit, which is very reminiscent of the original figure. Pretty much looks the same deco to me. I mean, we will pull out the original soon enough to check. The coloring is a little different on her actual skin tone. It looks a little more yellower, I guess would be the way to say it. I feel like the original had kind of a more orange tint, even though I always do think of her as the yellow skin tone. She feels good in the sense that it's not too heavy. It's still obviously a woman, so it's not as bulky as the male figures from the same line, but I don't feel like they cheaped out on it either. She's got the articulation around the knees, the ankles. Obviously, she does have the pull apart where you can pop pieces in and out. What I like about this is she has the method. It's very easy for her to hold her crystal ball staff. She even has a little bit of molded deco on her gauntlets, which I believe they had on the original too, so that was nice to see they kept that and didn't cheap out on it. Very nice. If we pull the original into play now, you will see that it is very, very similar. There is a difference in skin tone, but the deco on the outfit, on the bodysuit, are very, very similar. The mold, the deco, the molding on the gauntlets, very similar with that little swirl design that she has there. Even the weapon is almost identical. It's got the crystal ball with those weird looking fingers holding it in place. You see mine's a little chewed up because this has been through the ringer a bit. But obviously the biggest difference we see here is in the skin tone number 1, which obviously stands out. You see that the new figure has more of a it's not as, it doesn't have a shine, it's not as bright, but I think it works very well with this figure, and also the face is very different. My original figure has more of a, has more eyeliner, a deeper green around the eyeliner. This one has it, it's much more subtle though, and they've colored in her eyes a little bit more and given her a slightly open mouth to where it gives more personality, gives more more of a mean look to her. Whereas she just has the RBF in the original figure. She has more of a little personality poking out with the way they did her face in this, and I think it works really well. The tiara, crown, headdress that she's got going on, they have increased the size of the skull that kind of sits on the very top of it, but otherwise looks really good. I think this is a really good figure. As for updating the original, I think they did a good job. The biggest thing that I think I like about the new one compared to the old one is the left hand. On the original, she has just this flat hand that you can't really do anything with. I guess that's supposed to be her using her magic and kind of just pointing it out, but it just looks weird because it has a little curvature at the wrist and you can't do anything with it. With the new figure, she has a slightly open hand, so you can pop the weapon in there or pose it. Obviously there's articulation around the wrist, so you can turn the hand, you can make her motion to where she's pointing the magic while using her staff. So there's it just feels like a lot more complete of a figure for posability, which is obviously what it should be. So I think Mattel scored with this one. I think Mattel did a really good job. I'm very happy with this figure. Can't wait to pose it with my Skeletor. That way we could start setting up my scenes with these loose figures that I've been collecting. Real good. I'm happy with it. I've been happy with most of these now. I really enjoyed the Battle Cat figure. I like the Skeletor figure a lot, and I think this one as well I like as well. It's just the He-Man right now that I'm not thrilled over, and that's in large part because of the face. But this one, I think they have upgraded her face, made it a very good figure, and it will look great in a display. So go check these out if you're buying, if you're playing along at home, as they say on the streets. Go get yourself an Evil-Lyn, and if we have an Evil-Lyn, you know what's got to come next. The counterpart on the good guys, Teela. So stay tuned for the Teela video that'll be coming out soon. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, maybe share it with some friends who are also collecting Masters of the Universe Origins, or just Masters of the Universe fans in general, because there's a lot more of us coming out of the woodwork every day with these new figures being available at retail if you can find them. There's still a Wave 1 figure. We're about halfway through now. Still got a couple more to go before we finish Wave 1, but we will be getting to that. Thanks for watching. Until next time.